Trying to connect n8n to Google Sheets but stuck with confusing credential errors? You're not alone. Even though n8n recently introduced a simplified login, that only works if you're on the latest n8n cloud version. If you're self-hosting n8n or using an older instance, you won't see the one-click option, and that's where things get tricky. So in this video, I'll walk you through the full manual OAuth setup, using a Google Drive node as the example. But don't worry, the process is exactly the same for Google Sheets and other Google services. Just follow the steps I show you and you'll be connected in no time. To make things easier, I've also created a free downloadable checklist with all the steps and links you need. You'll find the link in the description below. Let's dive in. Before n8n can interact with your Google Sheets, it needs access permissions. That's where Google Cloud comes in. It lets you generate secure credentials, called OAuth, so n8n can talk to your spreadsheets safely. Without them, Google blocks the connection. Let's walk through it, step by step. Start by clicking on the Google Sheets node in your n8n workflow. In the field labeled Credentials to Connect With, choose Create New Credential. Then click Open Docs and follow the link to the Google Cloud Console. If you don't yet have a Google Cloud account, take a moment to create one. If you do, head to the Cloud Console, click Select a Project, and set up a new one. You'll need to give the project a name. I'll call mine n8n Automation. Once it's created, click Select to open the project dashboard. Next, open the menu, go to APIs and Services, and choose OAuth Consent Screen. Click Get Started to begin the setup process. Google treats this integration like an app, so you're just naming the consent screen. I'll call this one n8n. Add your email as the support contact, then hit Next and pick either external or internal. If you're using a personal Google account, choose external. Internal is for workspace users only. Now enter your contact email under Developer Contact Information. Scroll down, agree to the Google API Services User Data Policy, and continue. Then click Create to finish setting up the consent screen. Now it's time to create your credentials. Click Create OAuth Client. Under Application Type, choose Web Application. Give it a name. I'll use n8n for this one. Scroll down to the Authorized Redirect URIs section and click Add URI. Return to your n8n tab and copy the OAuth redirect URL from the node. Paste that into the URI field back in Google Cloud. Now click Create. You'll see your client ID. Copy it and paste it into the client ID field in n8n. Then click on the OAuth client name you just created. Under Client Secret, copy the generated value. Paste that into the Client Secret field back in n8n. At this point, you'll be asked to sign in with your Google account. But first, you need to add a test user, or else you'll run into an access denied error. So head back to Google Cloud. In the left sidebar, click Audience. Scroll to the Test Users section and click Add Users. Type in the email you'll use to connect Google Sheets to n8n. Once that's saved, go back to n8n. Click Sign In with Google. When prompted, accept all permissions. This is required for the Sheets integration to work. That's it. Your Google Sheets account is now securely linked to n8n. There's just one last thing before testing. You need to enable the Google Sheets API. In the Cloud Console, use the search bar to find Google Sheets API and hit Enable. If you want to connect other Google tools like Gmail or Google Drive, the process is nearly identical. You don't need to start from scratch. The credentials you just created can be reused. To find them again, go to APIs and Services, click Credentials, and select your project. You'll see your client ID and client secret listed, just like before. Copy those into your new Google node inside n8n. Just remember to activate the correct API for that service. For example, search for Gmail API, open it, and click Enable. Don't forget. The full checklist is linked in the description, so you can follow along step by step. You've just connected n8n with Google Sheets, securely step by step. I'm Cade Coda, your AI automation Yoda. If this walkthrough helped, give it a like and subscribe for more practical AI automation tips.